Okay. Ooh, this sounds loud. Wait. Okay. Now is better. Hello friends. I was going to make a video about this, but then I decided I'm just going to do a live and reply because I asked. Was it yesterday or before yesterday? I don't remember. I asked a question saying, question. If you have a question for me, and I am here to reply to those questions. And I also selected some questions from some of I also selected some questions. Hello Albert, how are you? I also selected some questions from some comments from some of my videos. So without further ado, let me just do this because this is going to be a very quick live. So this will save me some editing time. Just reply it here and not do, So let's see. Albert, yeah, when are you going to come see me? Well, my friend, I don't even know where you are. So I don't know. And what dish was it? Lovely, that's another question, but thank you. What place blow your breath away, making you think you could live there after just one visit? For me, it was Greece, especially Creta. For me, it was Bali, Indonesia, the first time I went, and I was like, oh my god. And then I ended up living there for, until up to this day. Permanently, I ended up staying there for 3 years, and on and off, I have been there for 9 years, so it looks like I actually did love it. Like, first sight of love? No. First love? Well, no, you know what I'm talking about. Idiot, because I wouldn't. What you can. Okay, that's the comments. Hey Yodit, I admire your confidence and passion to travel the world. I love traveling too, but I always wonder your financial source to travel around. Besides, when you're going to settle and have a career / a job. This makes me laugh, and the job part. Well, I'm happy that you want to travel, and there shouldn't be anything that's stopping you. And we always, like, I think especially in our community, like when I say in our community, in Ethiopian community, when we think about traveling or whatever, we're always thinking about going to America and Europe or whatever. So start from your surrounding. So if you are in Ethiopia, just start from your neighboring cities, and I'm sure it costs way less than going to have a dinner or going out in your own city or going out with your friends on a weekend. You can just save that and go to Debre Zeit, and that's also called traveling. So you don't really need that much money. Like, I spend way more money when I'm in Addis and go out to a bar or to a dinner than I do when I'm traveling. So that is that. So there's nothing stopping you except for you're aiming for like those luxury places and going far away that will cost you way more than you can afford. I can't really afford to go everywhere. Like, for example, lots of people insist on that I travel to lots of African countries, but I can't afford to go to lots of African countries because African countries are extremely expensive. So I go to places where I can afford. And before, how I used to travel was I would work 6 months out of the year, and then I travel 6 months out of the year. So I will work, save my money, and go travel. And after I started YouTube, like this past year or something, I've been traveling with the money that I make with sponsors and with the money that I make on YouTube. At the same time, I have friends all over the world, so I always make sure that I stay with some friends, and I try to go with the budget that I have, and instead of, splurging. And if I don't have the budget, I just don't go to those places, and I avoid the places that are expensive, and wait, come home and regroup, work hard, and wait for my savings to come through, and then I go travel again. And about the settling down, I will settle down when I can and when I want. About the career and the job, maybe the jobs maybe YouTube for you is not a job, or you don't consider it as a job, uh, because like lots of people are just used to having like these careers of like maybe I don't know, doctor, engineer, or waiter, or whatever type of jobs that are so used that you're used to. But YouTube is a job. Like I don't do it just for fun, coming here and making these videos. This is, I make money here. The more you watch the videos, the advertisements and all of these and the collaborations that we do, that's how we make money. Otherwise, I don't need to make videos and show it to you. I can just go travel all these places and send myself the work, the hard work, because it's not easy. I sleep 2 hours a day, and I spend all the money that I have on this career, thinking that at some point it will get to be very big. It will not only support me but also my surroundings. So this is my job. The second person is, how can someone at your age travel without any financial limit? I just replied to that. I do have financial limit. There is no such a thing as non-financial limit. You just go with your budget. If you have only $200, just go to a place where you can afford only $200 situation. Any tips? That's my tip. Just go with your budget, and you don't need to go across the ocean to be traveling. You can go to like the next door city and enjoy whatever is near you, even in your own city. What are your goals in life? I have a lot of goals in life, but that will be for another day. I don't like to talk about them because they might not come true. So when they come true, so far I am in the only goal that I can tell you is about travel, not in my personal life or my business, but in my travel it is to visit every country in the world, and I am in country number 62, so I'm almost there. Well, almost. I have 100 and something to go, but I'm on the way. How can I identify my purpose and passion like you? Someone who lost the track of life. Whew. Well, that's a good one. That's a good question. Okay, so for me, I always know this is what I liked and this is what I wanted to do, but there was never, I didn't even know that this was possible. So I would always work in jobs that I hated just because they made me money, and I would pay for my hobby and what I liked with that money that I made. So now I ended up to turning that around and making money out of it. I don't know, is this room like echoing? Like, do you hear it nice? Can you tell me who is watching? Can you tell me if it's like, if the sound is good? Come on, you guys, reply so I can continue. Is the sound good, or is it like echoey? Okay, until you reply, let me just say it's not disturbing. Okay, perfect. Yes, it's good. It's good. Okay, it's good. It's good. Okay. So how identify? Okay, to identify your purpose, it's like I can't really tell you how to identify your purpose. You just have to do things that makes you happy, and obviously without harming anyone around you, or fucking over yourself and your environment and your financial situations. Do something that makes you happy. That makes you happy. Something that makes you happy would always be, yeah, just do something that makes you happy. This is what makes me happy. Traveling makes me happy, and I don't see it as a work. And my purpose in life is to be something, like to be something. I don't want to just come here to this world and disappear. So I want to leave something meaningful. That's why I do this. I do what I do. Just find that something that tickles you and put it in writing and put it out there. I'm someone who lost the track of life. Yeah, just put down on a paper, because nobody really knows. Even me, sometimes, like, I had this like panic like last week. I know exactly what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm doing exactly what I want to do. I'm doing my passion, and I'm doing like what I want to do in life. But there are times like where you panic. So you just have to put it on paper, write it down, and see what is good in your life, what's not, and see in what way that you can, what's making you happy, and then see in what way that you can continue with that. Yeah. And thank you, and love you, and happy new year. Salam, happy new year, and thank you and love you. Next question. ለኢንተርናሽናል ኮሚኒቲ እንግሊዝኛ መጠቀምሽ ትክክል ነው፣ ጎን ለጎን በአማርኛ ለምን አታስረጅም? Okay, this question says, I understand you're making the videos for the international community, but why don't you make a video in Amharic on the side? I do. I have a separate channel for Amharic. And lots of you come into this channel and complain about like why I don't speak Amharic, this and that. But the majority of my viewers don't even speak Amharic. I have a channel for Amharic, but there's only 200 of you who watches it. So making a video is not an easy job. I take hours and hours and hours to make a video. I sleep, like I said, 2 hours a day, and I'm making the effort to make another channel in Amharic and making it. But what I see is people just complaining, but nobody's out there watching it or supporting. So, and to make it in one video, I can't, like, if the video is 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I can't speak in Amharic and in English at the same time. The video will be 40 to 1 hour, so it will be too long. For that reason, and because I thought there was a lot of demand about the Amharic, I created a page in Amariña. But where are you, those people who are complaining about you don't make videos in Amariña? Go and watch the video in the Amariña. Subtitle, maybe. Subtitle is a lot of work. So if you're going to do that subtitle for me, great. Because it's not as easy as you think. Like, it's not just commenting. Commenting is very easy because you type in 3 words. But when you're editing one video, of a 10-minute video, maybe it takes me 18 hours to edit it. And then on top of that, making another few hours on that just to put subtitles for those who don't even appreciate it makes no sense to me. It's just a lot of work for what the outcome is. So for those who complain about you don't do Amariña, blah blah, go to the other channel and watch the videos, because it's really like makes no sense. Because I know a lot of you complain about this, but when another person from another country comes and make a video about Ethiopia in English or whatever, you are all there watching that video. But only when it comes to me, you complain that I am not speaking in Amharic and you don't support. So I'm just going to leave it at that. You either watch it and support and watch it, and if you don't want to or you don't speak, go to the other channel, subscribe to it and watch the video. Because when there is no viewers and there is no subscribers, for me it's just another work for no reason, because they're just people who complain and who don't really want to watch it. Okay, another question. ልጅ በልጅነቱ ነው አግቢ አያትሽ በህይወት እያሉ ምናምን. Okay, this person asked about when I'm going to have a child and when I'm going to get married. It's a very unfortunate question, because you have someone who's traveled the world and the channel is about travel, and there's so many questions that you can ask, but you decide to ask this question which is none of your business. Really pisses me off, because this type of question a man will never get asked except for a girl. This will be my own personal thing, so when I have it, I'll have it. But thank you for your wonderful concern. I'm looking to travel next year. You game? Sure. Hey, if you invite me, I will be with you. Okay. Are you having fun? I am አግቢኝ ብየው. This one says marry me and I said B, which means no. Why? You're so beautiful. Oh, cute. Very nice. Thank you. Hi, Judy. ባለሽ አቅም ሁሉ ሀገራችንን ስለምታስተዋውቂኝ እወድሻለሁ። ጥያቄ ውጭ ሀገር ላይ ሄደሽ ስትጎበኚ ለምንድን ነው በእንግሊዝኛ የምትጠቀሚው? ብዙ ሰው ከሀገሩ ውጭ ያለውን ነገር ስለማያውቅ በአማርኛ ብታረጊው ጥሩ ነው። Okay, this one asked, thank you very much. I really like and appreciate your channel. But what I would like to understand is when you are filming outside of the country, why are you speaking in English? Why don't you speak in Amharic so the people who are from here can understand it? That is a good question, but we're going to come back to my followers and my subscribers. My subscribers are not only Ethiopians. The fact that I introduce Ethiopia in English means I have people from other continents and from other countries, even from our own continent and from all over the world, who are watching this video in English even as we speak. So if I go outside of Ethiopia and I start speaking in Amharic, all of those people who are in my channel will not understand what I'm talking about. So that is the reason. So someone replied to this saying, World Wide Web ላይ ተወጥቶ ራስን በአንድ ማህበረሰብ ላይ መገደብ ምን ጥቅም አለው? ቴንክ ዩ። እኔ እንዲያውም በግሌ እንደዚች ልጅ ታውላችሁ በረሃብና ጦርነት ገጽታዋ የተበላቸውን የኢትዮጵያ ገጽታ የገነባ ኢትዮጵያዊነት የለም። ቴንክ ዩ. Oh my god, it's like this person literally is just like, not a lot of people is understanding my channel. My channel is not just about like to entertain you or to show you something. It's bigger than you and me. It's bigger than Amarinya. It's bigger than Ethiopia. It's showcasing that Africa is more than hunger, more than refugees, and more than asking for help. It's showing like an African traveling across the world and just going there for a holiday and just visiting and exchanging culture. That is putting like this, that's changing the narrative, and that's changing like how other country people are viewing us. And if I go to those countries and I make video in English, it's because I want them to understand what I'm saying about their country, because people will click on videos that is about their country. And when they come to see what I'm saying, like what this African girl is saying about their country, the next video will be about my country. And that is how you create cultural exchanges. It's not about selecting one or the other. Because if I only speak in Amharic and I post a video, it's like shooting myself in the leg. There are many YouTubers and content creators and from other countries, like other diplomats, universities from Spain, from England, that contacted me so I can explain to them, I can collaborate with them because of my videos that I'm sharing in English. And the fact that if like me repeating it many times still doesn't explain it, I don't know what will. So this person actually said it exactly because understood exactly what I'm talking about. TH, I think I know who you are. Maybe it's another person, but thank you so much for this reply because you said it like on point. It says World Wide Web ላይ ተወጥቶ ራስን በአንድ ማህበረሰብ ላይ መገደብ ምን ይጠቅማል? So it says when you are on a platform of a worldwide platform, what's the point of limiting yourself to only one community? እኔ እንዲያውም በግሌ እንደዚህ ልጅ ያልታወቀላት በረሃብና ጦርነት ገጽታዋ የተበላሸ ኢትዮጵያ ገጽታ የገነባ ኢትዮጵያዊ የለም ባይ ነኝ. And he says or she says, in my opinion, there's no one that built a positive side of Ethiopia. There's no one that like in my opinion, this country is painted as war, hunger, this country's face is painted as war and hunger and all of these bad things, and there's no one that painted it in a better light than her. And then it says, ድፍረቷና ውበቷ ይደነቅልናል. Thank you. She says that her courage and her beauty shows us. የሚደንቀው ደግሞ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ተወልዳ አድጋ የውጭውን ዓለም ስነ ልቦና ከዚህ መጠንና ድፍረት መጥራት የተለያየ ያደርጋል. So it says it the most and the impressive part is she was born and raised in Ethiopia, and she managed to get into the psyche or the mentality of the outside world or the European, and she's able to showcase it, or she's something like this. I don't know, my translation is not being wonderful. ይመስለኛል በኢትዮጵያ ፓስፖርት ነው የምትንቀሳቀሰው, and she travels around with Ethiopian passport. ከተሳሳትኩ ልታርም. If I'm wrong, correct me. You're not wrong. ሀገራችን በዘረኝነት በሽታ የተተበተበች ባትሆን ይቺ ልጅ በስም ብቻ ያለውን የኢትዮጵያ tourism መምራት ነበረባት. If our country was not problematic about tribes, this girl would have been a tourism minister by now. Whoever you are, mwah, thank you. It's not because this person is talking positive about me. It's because it got the point. Because it's very difficult to, it's such an easy thing to understand, but many people miss the point. So thank you very much for understanding this and for replying to this person, because you hit the nail on the head. Thank you. So I didn't even have to reply to this person, you just did. How is your dear grandmother? She's good. She's very good. Let me see. What is your racial background? Human. What is your favorite food in Ethiopia and in the world? Kitfo. It used to be shiro, but I ate too much of it and I got tired of it. So now it's kitfo, because I don't even eat kitfo that much anyway. So that because I'm majority of the time it's all. But I'm Tadelesha. No, that's not it. Let's see. So that's about it. That's about it. From the question that I asked and that was replied, but I have some questions that I selected myself from some comments, and then I'll come back and read the replies that you were giving me here. So let's go here. This says, wow, my Easter vacation is fully booked in Habesha Travelers channel. Most of the videos worked on our different tribes. People left me with an impression that they were locked down. Not this one. I love this one. Our hairstyle, because she's talking about, or he's talking about this video that I did in Hammer about the hairstyle. This hairstyle in the cities would learn some new style. Question. And the next video, it's not a question, it's just a suggestion. And the next video will be your hairstylist Kiri from Hammer visiting you at home in Addis. Although this might sound nice, I'm replying this because I think it's a very important thing to address. This might sound nice and very, it's an innocent thing. I would want Kitty to come here too, but that would be so cruel if I do that to her. And I tell you why. Because I don't have the financial means to maintain and give a different life to Kitty. Because the moment I take out Kitty from her village and bring her out here and show her the way I live and this lifestyle and all of this, I'm going to put her world upside down, because she's going to get used to some things that she don't have in the village, and the moment she goes back, she don't have none of that, and her life is going to be completely upside down and miserable. So I would not do that unless I have the means to bring her here and keep her here and give her a life that I show her here. But since I can't do that, that will not happen. I would not do that to her. There was this Spanish program that was like it was like this. So they would take the people from the city or like from Spain, and they would take them to an African country, and the tribe, they would live there, and then they will do vice versa. But then when they do vice versa, they're showing these tribal people like all of these things, like going to the mall, going to the cinema, doing the laundry with the machine, doing the food like with the microwave, and everything is so easy, and then they put them back into the village, like into their tribe. Can you imagine how their life is so disturbed, and like they can't really go back to that life? But they will be like, now I have to go back to walk for like 45 to minute to 1 hour to fetch water from the river. But then they were used to that. Do you know how bad that is for their psyche? Hell no. I would not do that to Kitty unless I am able to provide a life for her. So that's that. In fact, for nothing having right utility, she did a great work. Their safety. Okay, and this one says this about the same video. In fact, for not having the right utensils, she did great. I'm just worried for their safety. They're very safe, believe me. So I don't know why I picked this one, but okay, this is too long, so I'm going to skip this one. And then ዛሬ ደግሞ ምን ይዘሽ መጣሽ? እስቲ ትምህርት አስተምሪያቸው። በተለይ ደግሞ ሴቶች እንዲማሩ አግባቢያቸው፣ ልብስ እንዲለብሱ፣ ዘመናዊ እንዲቀየሩ፣ ጫማ፣ ልብስ በትምህርት በሁሉም ቦታ እንዲቀየሩ አድርጎ ባካችሁ። በጣም ነው ጸጉርሽ የሚያምረው። Okay. So this is another comment about the same video, which is the hammer video. So in this video, this person recommended that I should teach them to dress clothes, to put on clothes, to wear shoes, and to have education, and all of this. But it's the same thing. But one makes ours better than theirs. This is the thing. Okay, this, like Akiri and her family, they are in the city, they are close to everything, they chose this life, and people come to Ethiopia and they go to visit them because their lifestyle is so unique and so beautiful. For me, I don't see them as naked. We got to a point where we're so ashamed of everything and every part of our body, and we have to cover up everything in order to be okay, but they are perfectly fine with their culture. It make us uncomfortable because we're not comfortable in our own skin. This is their culture, and it's beautiful the way it is. I would not change a damn thing about it. But about the education and everything, like I said earlier, unless I am able to provide for them something, I am not going to be the one to give them the bad news of whatever or like what there is available if I can't provide it. Because, okay, you teach them and then they can't reach it, but at the same time, there are many missionaries out there who are doing these things. Believe me, like there are many tribes that are lost. The only tribe that actually still are like pure and still existing, even though they are still in the city and they're maintaining their culture, is the Hammer. Kara is almost gone. It's only 1,000, less than 1,000, like a few hundreds that are left, and they paint and put on like this show and take off their clothes when a tourist come for the photos. You go to Morsi, same thing. In so many tribes, these are all disappearing. So we're all becoming the same and becoming just a gray, no culture, no history, no nothing, because we're just all of us just copy pasting of what we see of each other and just doing the same thing. So no, I would not tell them to put on clothes and tell them to put on shoes, and that they know it exists, and they know, they see it whenever they go to the market, when they go to, when they go out. They just chose this. This is about the same thing. Nice job, Yurit. በቃ በአማርኛ አታወሪም ማለት ነው። የራሳችንን ቋንቋ ብትቀላቀይበት ጥሩ ነበር። ቻናልሽ ያድጋል. So this is the same person who I just talked about earlier, who's talking about Amarina. So this same person is saying, but you decide, so you're never going to talk in Amarinya in your videos. If you talked in Amarinya, your channel would grow. So unfortunate, because I am doing so much for my country and for myself and for everyone, that people are so limited in the fact that I'm not speaking Amarinya, so they will not support or watch the videos, even though they do speak English, because I do see them supporting my other YouTuber friends. And if it is so obsessed about Amarinya, I have another channel, please go watch it. And I am not going to reply to these messages ever again, because it's just so annoying. Okay, now I am going to see all your comments and reply to that, and then I will get off this live. Hello Yodit, hello Habesha Traveler. Okay, hey my friend, hope all is well with you and your mom and grandma. Do I need a visa to travel to Ethiopia? Yes, before, like, it depends. Before there was no visa, like you can just do visa on arrival, but since I saw like your American flag, I'm guessing you're from the States. You do need a visa, but it's a visa online. It's an e-visa. It takes only like 48 hours, and you don't really need much things to do, just apply. Your own digital guide. You are our digital guide. Exactly. Thank you. First time I see you live. Ooh. ሰላም ነሽ? እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን። እስቲ አንድ ቀን በእናትሽ ጎንደር ውሰጂኝ። I do make a group travel. I organize like group trips and tours. So if you are interested, whenever I organize something, you can come to those trips. It's not disturbing. Okay. Yes, it is. Yes. Good. Happy. Sounds good. There is an echo, but okay. Can you family sponsor me in Gondar? No. Happy New Year. Subtitles maybe. Okay, decide about that. Yorit, what is your education background? I'm an interior designer. Happy New Year. I'm going to watch both. Great, thank you. Agree, that is personal. Peace, my good sister. Peace. Oh, how are you? Hello Ethiopia, where are you now? Nice to see you live. Europe sending you a hug. Rudy. Hello Rudy, how are you? Shalom sister Rudy, shalom. That makes so much sense. How are you? Okay, nice to see. Smile. Europe time now is 16:38. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, Albert, thank you so much for the super chat. I really enjoy the cultural aspect of your travel, food, language, etc. Maybe one day you might make a travel guidebook. Happy New Year. Actually, I do have a travel guidebook, but I'm just like, I wrote it. I'm just making it like look all beautiful to put it on my website. I have a few other books that I'm working on that to put them on my website. Sorry, it's taking a little bit too long, but you know, I have lots of work. So sorry. ቆንጆ Yodit, when are you coming to America to get a plate of soul food? Ooh, I will very soon. I already have my visa, so I will come someday. I'm not sure just yet when, but I will come. I watched a French man who traveled through Ethiopia on a bike. Yeah, great. There are many people who are doing this. Like there was also like this two people who crossed Africa, and there was another two people that I met who are other YouTubers who are crossing by hitchhiking the whole Africa. So you don't eat meat on Fridays and Wednesdays. How did you manage to stay in Asia so long, and what did you like the most? The people, the culture, the freedom, the affordability, the weather, everything about Asia is fantastic. Like, I wish I could say the same about our continent. Unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult and expensive for me. Yeah. But there, like, you know, like, I can survive, like, you can survive with $50 a day, like, including your accommodation or whatever, like, if you're a budget traveler. You travel lots of countries. Which one is your favorite? They're all different. They all have their own beauty, and they all have their own thing that they give you. So it's very difficult for me to say which one, because I love all of them, because they all give me It's like saying which one is your favorite sibling, or like I love them all. I love them all in a different way. That like that. You travel a lot. Okay. In winter time, it is more difficult to be naked. I speak for Europe. Huh? What do you mean? Why are we talking about naked in Europe? In winter times. Okay. Your name. My name is Judith. Where did you read all this question? I didn't see comments area. I posted a post saying ask me a question, so these questions were there. Judith, I'm currently in traveling in India and found the people to be a bit rude and friendly. Curious, how was your experience of camera? So India is like another planet. Like the first time I went, I felt the same way as you did, and then the second time I went with like clear mind, like with zero expectation. Everything I knew, everything I expected, I left it at home, and then I just went like just to take it in. Yes, they might seem rude. They just have their own way of communicating. They just have their own way of doing things, and most of the things don't really align with like our way of life, especially if you're Ethiopian, or like if you're from somewhere in Europe or whatever, I don't know. Like it's just the way they communicate is very different, and it come off as super rude, super rude. Like the first year I was like whoa, and then this time that I went, I just learned how to brush it off and how to deal with it. But I know what you're talking about. um, One side, maybe you can say, okay, so I am okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Second, I am glad I don't get the selfie request like European travelers, but people just seem to be disinterested, either taking Indian, probably lower cost. Yes, that also happens. It's the same thing that happened to me. So like I was traveling with two Turkish guys, and like I was with one Turkish guy and then another Turkish guy joined us. So like every time like I was going around, they would ask him for a photo, and they would like not even like, or they will push me aside. So they think like that's what I think as well. Like they think I'm Indian, but at the same time they also don't like darker skinned people. So it's like they might think like we're lower caste and they don't really want to take a picture. But that's great, you know, because my friend was getting to a point where he was so annoyed that like he just wanted to walk, and people were just taking pictures of him and stopping him many times. So that's actually like, you know, like for me it was great. I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm just one of the Indians, and I'm like, I'm part of the community. So I was just walking around like nobody noticing that I exist. So that was actually perfect. So yeah, don't hate that. That's actually really great. Third, just an African immigrant whom they probably have their own stereotype of Africa. I'm just paranoid. Don't be paranoid, just ignore it. And just go on with your day. You know, they have their own caste system, and they all, you know, have their own thing that's going on. So don't think about it. Like you just do your own thing, and if you're staying like in these hostels or whatever, like you will make lots of Indian friends there as well, and there are lots of like international people who are traveling as well. Just make some friends and don't think about it, and do your day, because if you think about it, it will like drive you a little bit crazy and really ruin your holiday, because like you said, they can seem very rude. On one side, not maybe consider asking your Ethiopian viewers to use VPN to view your videos. I have heard that increase your monetization. Thank you for your work. Thank you so much, Salam. Yes, exactly. Like in Ethiopia, like there is no ads, so I don't really make any money with the viewers of Ethiopia. So, like you said, it would be nice if people could use, but I'm already having problems telling, like, making them understand to watch the videos. They don't really have to watch it, anyways. So I telling them to use VPN is, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, Salam. Hello, good morning. Hello, tell us about you. Hi. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I am talking about me, so. Hello, Yodit, and how is your dear grandmother? And she is still thinking of a beautiful hotel stay. Yes, she is. It was so funny. I met her watch the video, and she was like, "Oh, who is this lady? She is very nice lady. Like, how wonderful she is." And I'm like, "Grandma, that's you." So, that was cute. If you have dreams during the night, and what languages you dream you did, I'm asking because I want to know if the English replies the Amharic, but I hope not. I never thought about it, but I normally think in Spanish. Like, my inner thoughts are, I think in Spanish, and then I translate it out in Amharic and English. It's weird. Depends. But my dreams, I never really thought about it. I'll think about it like next time I dream. That's a good question. You talk about tribes, how they are dressed. Okay. Yeah, they dress great. They're beautiful. What comments are you reading? I'm reading from like a thing that I posted saying, wait, let me just show you. So, wait. So these are the comments that I'm reading. These are the comments I'm reading. Like, you see, with this post, I said, ask me a question, and people were asking the questions, like all these questions. And so my battery is about to die, so I am going to just reply what is left, and I will go away. Really? Okay. How is being famous? Would you like it? How is being famous? Would you like it? In your English is so good. It didn't seem you were in Ethiopia. How is that? How is being famous? Well, I'm not famous, and my English, I worked hard and I studied and I practiced. Yodit, you considered traveling to America to share some fried fish and cold greens with your brothers and sisters? Yes, I would love to. I will do soon. Nice to hear your dear grandmother is fine, thank you. How much is $100 in Ethiopia? What can you buy? So $100 in Ethiopia, if you exchange it in I think $100 would be like 5,000 birr or something like that, because it's 50 birr. My calculation, I'm not good with maths, but it's one birr is 54, 55 birr, $1. And you can buy groceries, and yeah, you can buy groceries. You can, it depends. Like, let's say for me, let's say with $100, what I can do, if it's like 5,000, so if it's five, is it 5,000? What's 50? I'm very bad at maths. So, let's say, yeah, it's like 5,000 or something like that. 5,000, something like this, I don't know. But with $100, what I can do is, well, you can go out for dinner. If you're like a restaurant person, you can go out for dinner and maybe go out for drinks. And if it is like about groceries, you can buy groceries for the month, and maybe you can pay like electric bills, and just like separately. You can pay electric bills and telephone bills and water bills with it, or you can buy groceries with it, or you can go out for dinner and drinks with it. Yeah, that's what I could get you. Did you ever face any racism traveling outside of Africa? I wouldn't say racism, not as much as you would expect, but maybe ignorance. I would say ignorance. Yeah, there is like a little hint of racism here and there, but not as much as like people put it out to be. Not as much, like, because always like people are like, oh, this is racist, this is racist. But some people already go with that mentality, they're going to be racist, so whatever thing that they say to them will end up being racist. But just because I was black, and just because they were being racist towards me, there were like very few things that, yeah, that's like 15 years of me traveling. There are like I can count them with my hand, the things that I felt like they were racist, like they were blunt racist. Greetings from Turkey. Greetings. Did you ever? Okay. So, do you like Switzerland, Judith? I love Switzerland. Very expensive. Very beautiful. But some place in Addis is expensive. Yes, Addis is expensive. There is places where you can go cheap, but if you want to go to like a nice restaurant anywhere in Bali, if you go to restaurants and eat and go out for a drink, it's expensive. So yeah, $100 will take you out for dinner and go for drinks, and not maybe you need a little bit more. Can you elaborate on the current fighting in Ethiopia, please? But united, but build your beautiful country. I will skip that question because it's politics and I am not equipped to talk about politics because I don't really know. So this will be giving my own opinion, but with my opinion I can harm than do good. So I will not speak about that. But yeah, that's how I'll leave it. But thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave now. Like, I hope I answered your questions. And it's already been, I thought it was going to be like only 20 minutes, but it's now almost 50 minutes. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this answers some of your questions and you enjoyed it. And yeah. Oh, another thing that I want to mention is I have a membership. A membership for, like, I have a membership for YouTube that I post like videos that I don't post on the normal page. So this is videos for only memberships. So if you are a member, you can watch the videos. I have a video like a snake almost bites me. I have a video about another earthquake in India, like some events I attended, like my everyday thing. So some of these things that I don't post on the normal page, I post on the membership. So you can become a member and watch these videos, and on the way support my channel as well, because a membership have a fee. What else I was going to tell you? Okay, membership, this, and subscribe to my other channel that is in Amharic for those of you who wants to see my videos in Amharic. Yeah, if you scroll down, then you can see it is HT, and I also posted like a video that I posted there as a post, so you can find it easily. Okay, well, thank you for watching. It's been great, and I am going to leave you. So goodbye, my friends. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.